So your new book, very excited, third one in the series. You dedicated it to your parents. Did they read it? What were their thoughts on it?
Well, we dedicated it to our parents and also to our kids, because I think what we've realized after becoming moms ourselves is how dedicated our parents were to like creating a magical childhood for us, and also just being with us, being present, being part of our lives. And then we've seen the beauty of seeing the world through our kids' eyes over the last now 12 years for me. Mom and Dad
definitely read
Mom read it and thought it was sweet.
Yes. And our illustrator is beautiful, and she did beautiful illustrations of different scenes in nature, which is in honor of our mom and her mom, Jenna Welch, was a naturalist and loved nature and taught her, and then she therefore taught us to love nature. And so the illustrations are also very much in honor of her, and she loved them.
So inspiring. I know your dad's a painter. Did he have any opinions on it?
I mean, our dream is to do something with him at some point.
Yes, we would love for him to be our illustrator, but we're still working on it.
It may take some time.
We'll discuss it in the future.
Maybe when we see him over our book tour.
Yes.
So you said Mila is just about 12. Did she offer her opinion on this book?
She didn't, but I mean, this is kind of for the younger reader. She's fully reading like The Summer I Turned Pretty and Twilight and other such reads. But Hal was very insistent that there was a picture of baby Edward in it. He was like, because he sort of feels like each book is for a different child. Like he was like, that book was for me. The last book was for me. And so he's like, this book is for baby Edward. And I was like, well, yes, and all the readers. But Hal has, and I said to Hal, well, we may retire. This may be our last book. And he goes, what? I like it. I really am a fan of your children's books. So at least one person is into it.
Does Hal feel like a big brother now that he has a little cousin?
Yes, and I have a 3-year-old daughter, Cora Georgia, who loves Hal Hager, and everything that he does, she thinks is the funniest thing she's ever seen. So I think he feels like a big brother, and like he found his true fan.
Did you ever think of having them on the show for Jenna and Friends, a little co-hosting?
Mila wanted to co-host.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she wanted to co-host, but she's had at least a yearly ban for her last appearance, which was inappropriate. She spilled this family secret.
She never wears underwear.
Therefore, but she's still like, can I please come on and co-host with Dad? Like she still asks. Henry's thought is she's in 6th grade. She should be at school. She shouldn't be missing 6th grade to come and co-host. But maybe when we're towards the very end. This summer. Yeah, when she's not in school. Good thinking.
What was the hardest part about joining your sister for co-hosting? I know family business, it's not always the easiest.
Well, I am very private, and co-hosting is inherently not private, but I obviously love getting to see Jenna in her element and meet her team and see how much they love her. And so it's also really fun for me to get to do it.
She's also so good at it. For somebody that never does it and doesn't even own a television, she's quite excellent.
You don't own a TV?
She owns a television, but
I'm just not a TV watcher.
You stream some stuff here and there.
Well, I overheard you kind of had your pick of who you think has done the best on the show.
I think they've all been amazing. I loved Eva Longoria, Sierra, all the Saturday Night Live people, all the country people. I mean, it's been amazing. Of course, I fell in love with Scarlett Johansson and Dwayne Wade. That's like a different thing, but they all have all been so fun.
Yeah. So did the internet. I will say that.
The internet
they love ScarJo. They want her back. They actually liked everybody. It's been a tough pick, but they also want to see your parents.
Heard that. We heard that.
Would you want that?
She's working on it.
Yeah, I was hoping, of course. I mean, we have to really, I was like, we need to program a show so he thinks he's not doing like men's style.
Or a beauty segment.
He's
really his
former president, so I feel like we have to like get something that fits his interests. But yeah, maybe for Father's Day, we're just going to throw that into the universe, but we don't know because he hasn't accepted.
If you could ask anyone knowing that their answer would be yes, who would it be?
Oprah.
Oprah?
Who would you ask?
Well, Oprah, or I think Celine Dion, or a throwback classic like that could be really
fun. That's a great idea, Celine.
An icon.
Oh, we should just do Icon Week?
Yeah. Perfect. Celine, Oprah.
Yeah.
the list will grow.
Yeah, it will.
I know Travis Kelce has kind of said he wants to transition to on-screen work when he's done with his NFL career. Has he been in the run for consideration for guest hosting?
Not that I know of, although I'm not in the know on every single person. But that'd be a good one. Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
I like it. We have some really cool ones coming up. I can't say who, but we are booked through the spring, and we have some really fun ones. I'll tell you tomorrow.
Okay.
Some unexpected ones too.
Can't wait. Have you stayed in contact with Hoda? What does she think of the new
I
segment?
talk to Hoda all the time. She's just the most supportive, always, and totally optimistic, and she'll definitely text in her favorites.
I know you had said 8th grade with social media is when you would consider letting your kids.
No, 8th grade is when they get a phone. Social media is like 16.
Okay. I was going to say, Mila's getting there. Is she pushing for it? I know TikTok's like everything.
No, she's really not. I mean, I think boundaries are super helpful in explaining sort of why we're doing things differently. Almost every friend in her friend group does have one. But her best friends from across her life, many of them's parents are also waiting. So it's kind of a good thing. Like, she's not the only one. But no, I mean, I think it's a conversation for sure. Like, I don't want it to be such a hard no that there's like an obsession with it when it happens. So we're just trying to figure it out. But no, she's still phoneless.
Pretty good on your part. I mean, I was 12 years old and this was before phones were a thing. I was begging my parents for one. So I can't even imagine. But
well, there's so much more information now than when you were 12. And so I can say to her, like, show me a piece of information where you can say that phones are good for your brain, and we'll discuss, which does not come up.
Your youngest is going to be turning 1 at the end of August.
Yeah.
Or sometime in August. Do you have any big plans? Is there anything fun going on over the summer?
Well, my 3-year-old is in school, so that's been a big transition for her to be a big sister and have a baby brother. And our life is very centered around them right now. So we'll have a birthday for him, but I think it'll be more about her choosing what her little brother, what his birthday is like, just because his memory won't necessarily remember it.
And by the way, Mila did that for Poppy, and it was Poppy's flamingo first.
Cute. I remember
So you
that.
never know what the vibe
It'll
is
be
going to
a
be.
theme like that chosen by his big sister.
Yeah.